I'm aware there's a lot of piano educators on the internet and they play piano better than me. Oh well, I'm confident in who I am and how I teach, and that's where it matters. Hi everybody, Jim here. It is December 24th and there's many people that are getting into piano keyboard playing this time of year. And I wanted to share some positive thoughts and insights that I've noticed throughout time. I also have some learners that I got feedback from, and I'm going to share you their thoughts. The learners from in their 30s, 60s, and beyond. Also, I wanted to thank you if you're new checking out this channel. Thank you. Hopefully this video will be of benefit. And I also want to give a big super thanks to all of you who've been watching me for some time now. I really appreciate it, and I don't take it for granted because there are many, it feels like millions of piano channels out there. And that's the first way I want to start. So let's say you're 50 plus and you want to pick up piano. Let's get rid of this myth right away. You're not too old. In fact, it's an activity that you can enjoy throughout your lifetime at any age. And any educator that doesn't say that, I would go elsewhere. When you're starting to learn how to play piano, it can get tricky because there's too much on the internet. And that's the second thing I want to mention. Pick who you like, who you enjoy, where you're going to be motivated from, because we all go through that first phase of excitement and we've always wanted to play. But I think it's important to know to have a strategy and a game plan. I'll see if I can locate it. If I can, I'll put it in a comment or in the description on some practice thoughts and schedules so you can go to it and check it out. If I can find it, it's like a PDF booklet. That can help you. It's helped many other learners. I think what I found, one of my learners who I've met through this channel, they're in their 70s and they've now been playing piano for 8 years and they can't get over how hard it is, but how rewarding it is because they've done a lot of the hard work. I think when we're going to an instrument later in life, we forget about the journey, and a lot of us are programmed kind of like a product mind. If we play this book or this piece, we should just be ready. It doesn't work that way. One, because everyone learns differently and everyone's going to have different schedules and needs and whatnot. But I think this would be important for me to share some of the comments that I got. If you're one of my subscribers also on YouTube, I might paraphrase your thoughts just to save some time. One person put here, Roy Keys, 2 approaches to learning. Number 1, I'm not good at it, so forget it. Number 2, if I practice, I'll get better and eventually good. I had to change my mindset before I grew. That goes a long way. And I think what happens is we see our destination. We want to play that piece or that song, that connection that we all deserve through music and piano playing. But what Roy said, if I practice, I'll get better. And when we practice, it doesn't mean forever, like hours a day. You hopefully have heard this before. It's worth repeating. It's consistency. Consistency is everything. And then also when you leave your practice session, where are your frustrations and what are your gains? Excuse me. That's right. That's my son's outside using this snowblower, and I'm having coffee and speaking to you guys. What I'm excited about is some of my learners who I think is about 60, we'll say 60-ish. They're kind of frustrated. They're practicing and they wanted to get better. They wanted to play some holiday songs. And I was having a lesson with them in November and I said, how do you think you're sounding now versus last November? And that's an obviously chuckle because they didn't start until last January of 2025, the beginning of that year. But they met their goal. They're able to play some holiday songs and they know they're not the fanciest holiday songs, but that's what keeps us going. They're called small goals. The best of the best in the art world, painters, musicians, pianists, so forth, we keep craving to get better. We keep wondering how we can interpret a phrase better. We wonder about why do we internalize rhythm a certain way. And that's what's beautiful. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but years ago I had a wonderful percussion teacher. And he was very talented and he played with big symphonies and all that. And I remember him vividly because he always had a cigar in his mouth. Still a good guy, but I just remember the cigar. That's his brand, I guess. He I said to him, I saw him at a clinic years later, and I said, I was about 27. I said, I'm finally getting it. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm seeing doors open up. And he looked at me and he says, you're going to feel that way in your 80s. And I know, because I'm in my 80s now. Not with the same cigar, but the point is that it taught me a lesson, because it's very normal in our human brain and our psychology to want to just get things done. And in music, you get stuff done, you get skills. Like I'm a music reader, I'm an educator, all that stuff. But even that, I've been an educator for 30 years, I still wonder what I can do differently, especially with the younger crowd, because things are changing significantly, and I like to pivot with their emotions to figure stuff out. But the same thing with adult learners. I mean, I had an adult learner email me a bunch of times about 2 years ago, and they said, I've done well in life, but piano, I just fail. And I guarantee you the reason they say they're failing is they're just not going about it the right way. And this is more of a coffee talk, but what I would do, if you want, you can reach out to me, and if I find the PDF, I'll try to. If not, I'll make a new one, and I'll make another series about this, because this is the easy stage. If you're just getting back into it and you're excited, breaks are great, by the way, but it's, you really start making big gains. If you start playing in January and you're consistent, and then it's March and you're like, ugh, this again or that, why can't I see these notes? That is when you're gonna need some help. So because I am just coffee and talking, I wanted to bring this up. One, be careful of your time. Meaning make sure you can find consistent time. Two, it's okay to not be good at something and still enjoy it. As you keep playing, you'll get better, and that's the benefit. I'm aware there's a lot of piano educators on the internet, and they play piano better than me. Oh well, I'm confident in who I am and how I teach, and that's where it matters. Here's another one. So this is one from Debbie. If you know you won't be good, what's there to fear? Fear that you'll get better? Might as well go for it. Yeah, it's kind of like you live once. Just try it. It's not a big deal. All right. Here's one from good old friend Carol. Hope you're doing well, Carol. My theory, you can't go wrong. Start very easy, very slow. I'll say that one again. Start very easy and very slow. Day by day, you will get better, and will fail and love the piano. Just try. At 58 years young, 4 years in loving it, and Grassroots Piano, sorry, didn't mean to self-plug there, but has a very friendly beginner lessons that would be very helpful. Oh, mistakes is part of learning. We've all been there, and we'll continue to be there. I added that in, Carol. And then she said, I still make plenty. I could say so much more, but just start. If it's truly your passion, go for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, because this is a public channel, I'm sure they'll be fine with it. I'll put this near the end of my video, and I'll take all the comments, and then you can pause them and read them, because this is really important, and this is how I like to function as a teacher. These are everyday people, learners. Some are retired, some are parents, some are busy, some are super busy, some are in the middle of the road. My point is, they're not professional pianists. They're learners just like you. And I'm a learner still. That's why I like to teach, because you keep growing. Let's look for another one. There's a few that I saw that was pretty good. The sooner you start, the more time you'll have to enjoy it. Bingo, you know. Here's one. Do you want to be 65 and owning a piano you've never played? That's for real. There's a bunch of them. You can start a passion at any time. Bingo. Thank you, Kurt. And then I just put the secret. I like using words that begin with the same letters. It's easy for people to remember. The secret, patience, passion, and persevere. Let me know if this little coffee talk helped, because it helps me. It always makes me celebrate on learners. You know, I will end with this, and I think people need to see the side of teachers. When I get a student that emails me, and they say, thank you so much, you're extremely patient. Let's pause right there. We're probably patient, we're the teachers, because you're the one also willing to do the work. You're the willing to ask questions. You can pay for the best piano app. You can buy the best piano course, best teacher, have all the money in the world. But if you don't sit down and look within and find your mistakes and also ask for help, It's just not going to happen. And that's what's beautiful about music. It really rediscovers humanity. And that is where we get stronger as people too, because you have to look within the arts. Hopefully this helped. I enjoy always speaking with you guys. Obviously right now it's just the camera, but many of you will email me or whatever. I love it. And if you like what I do, thank you for checking it out. Again, I'm Jim, Grassroots Piano. I have some other channels and other platforms, which I'll be sharing soonish. I am getting more leverage on other platforms, to be honest, like Facebook and TikTok. I don't know why, it's just the scene of the times, but I'll be present on YouTube as well. But I've been teaching for a long time and I love doing it. I'm not here to just try to sell you a course. I'm not here, although I do have one, but I'm not, because I think you, the learners, have been inundated with that stuff. I'm here to share my journeys and lessons and experience what you're doing. That's the number one thing. But more on this later, because I'm going to organize some thoughts. Sometimes when I make these videos, I do get comments like, this is good, but could you tell us the exact steps? And that's another conversation. Spoiler, there is no exact step, but there are many better recipes. So get going. I wish everyone well. I'll see everyone soon. Bye-bye.